A 1920s French tennis celebrity put the small reptilian logo on a white polo shirt, and it became the popular brand Lacoste. So, do you want to know its story and how it became so inspiring for the youngsters nowadays? If you want to know more about it, keep watching the video until the end, and make sure to subscribe for more uploads like this. Here we begin. Let me tell you first that the popular Crocodile character has a backstory all its own. So, make sure you watch till the end. What's the story? Who made the symbol so famous? An American reporter gave Lacoste the nickname the Alligator. Are you thinking why? Well, after he overheard him making a gamble with his trainer over an alligator skin suitcase, he would win the Davis Cup in Boston. In French, the alligator was interpreted as a crocodile in French, and the tennis star asked his colleague Robert George to compose a complimentary logo for him. And this design debuted on his blazer. So, who is tennis player? You must have heard about René Lacoste, right? Frenchman René Lacoste was a celebrity tennis player. During 1926 and 1927, he was ranked number 1 in the world. You must be surprised that he's won 7 Grand Slam championship tournaments in his tennis career. But he found that the apparel correlated with the sport's restrictive. Do you know what they had to wear? This apparel was called tennis whites. Tennis whites, as they were called, consisted of a white, long-sleeve button-down shirt, long pants, and a tie. So, you know that it was a lot of clothes to wear when sprinting to the net to give rise to an overhead shot. So, Lacoste was striving for a shirt that was more helpful to movement. Let's hear what Lacoste said. One day I noticed my friend Marquis of Chaumont-Delay wearing his polo shirt on the court, remembers René. A practical idea, I thought to myself. It was so practical, in fact, that René commissioned an English tailor to whip up a few shirts in both cotton and wool. Soon everyone was wearing them. He smiles. One Academy of Thought credits the shirt's innovation to fulfill the necessities of British polo players in India during the 19th century. The style was imitated by the US by John Brooks, the grandson of the founder of the Brooks Brothers. In India, it arrived when he saw polo players wearing the shirts in England in the late 1800s. And this is the reason we still name it a polo shirt today. Around that exact time, Lacoste was called the Crocodile by his enthusiasts in the media for justifications that are still questionable today. Not only did he just adopt the nickname, but he went all out. He even had a logo of the reptile which is embroidered onto his blazer. It came to be his brand before there was even such an aspect. Once he resigned from tennis in the early 1930s, he commenced the corporation La Chemise Lacoste with his buddy André Gillier, the president of the largest French knitwear company. Their company was established to generate and sell crocodile emblazoned shirts. The Lacoste tennis shirt went all the way to the United States in 1952 and was carefully branded as the status symbol of competent sportsmanship. This was an endeavor to ascertain Lacoste in the upper echelons of society. It's been seen that during 1951, Lacoste broadened from the tennis white polo shirt, generating a colorful span of polos. As a result, the shirts came to be a prominent item not just in sport but in streetwear as well. And this iconic crocodile came to be recognizable everywhere. Well, let me tell you that the first Lacoste shoe was developed in 1958. It was a modest white tennis shoe. In that exact year, Lacoste widened its reach, inaugurating a kids' collection of polo shirts and t-shirts. Soon after this, René Lacoste patented his polo collar, and let me inform you that it was one of its type at the time, with the capacity to be turned up to preserve the neck from the sun during play. But you're bewildered, right? Isn't the crocodile logo correlated with Izod? That's where aspects get confused. Lacoste wound up in the United States as it had licensed its brand to Izod, which was then named Izod of London, which had been striving for an upscale commodity. Then, Izod Lacoste, as the brand came to be known, originally looked like a failure. There weren't several consumers in the early 50s for a costly polo t-shirt that nearly cost around $8 then, with a tiny crocodile sewn onto the chest. So who would buy this costly t-shirt, right? But Vincent de Paul Draddy, who initially licensed the Lacoste term for Izod, had a stunning idea. Are you wondering what it would be? He delivered Izod Lacoste swag to a few of his famous pals, and that includes JFK, President Eisenhower, and Bing Crosby. From there, the shirts caught on, and came to be susceptible to discovery in department shops. People were pleased to wear them, particularly if the wealthy and popular were already fans. And there comes the golden era. During the 1970s and 80s, sporting an Izod, as the shirts evolved to be known, spanned across eras. Teenagers, and particularly those who like to speculate a preppy look, adopted the style, even popping the collar to presume the full Biff and Muffy look. And by the early 1990s, the trend was subsiding, and soon Lacoste and Izod split up in 1993 and went on different paths. Well, not to forget that Lacoste went further upscale, whereas Izod came to be more moderately priced and removed the famous crocodile symbol. Over the years, the shirt and its iconic logo generated many pretenders and suitors. As a result, makers and brands from various price degrees have taken to embroidering creatures onto polo shirts. Do you know about it? Well, you will find ponies by Ralph Lauren, eagles by American Eagles, marlins by Tommy Bahama, and even the crocodile itself. But there are some controversies faced by Lacoste over this crocodile symbol. The Chinese-based corporation, which is known as the Crocodile Garments, was closed up in a legitimate battle with Lacoste over the rights to the crocodile for over a decade, until, in 2003, Crocodile Garments acknowledged changing its logo. According to CNN, the compromise asserted that Crocodile Garments would have a croc with a tail which rises more or less vertically, and it is skin which is much more scaly. It also has bigger eyes. As I already said, Lacoste had a legitimate disagreement with the textile and garments corporation Crocodile Garments, headquartered in Hong Kong. Their symbols look very identical, except for the evidence that Lacoste's logo faced right, while the crocodile's one faced left. And due to the similar resemblance, Lacoste strived not to allow Crocodile to enroll its symbol in China during the 1990s. The dispute that endured many years culminated in a settlement. The crocodile decided to revise its emblem. The reptile's eyes became bigger, its skin grew scalier, and its tail rose vertically. Not just was Lacoste, who died in 1996, around to see numerous animal emblazoned polo shirt pretenders. Still, he was also confidential to the fashion development in the courts. And yes, we're talking about the development from the widest of full coverage tennis whites to the shortest of itty bitty tennis shorts. This history brand never stopped shining, and to date many people who love it. Lacoste commemorated its 80th anniversary in 2013, with the brand attaining millions worldwide. Lacoste presently peddles a wide range of both fashion and sports apparel and accessories. But do you know that it is sub-brands too? Let me help you with it. The two sub-brands of Lacoste have furthermore been inaugurated, and these are Lacoste Live and Lacoste Sport. The initial crocodile logo continues ever present on each Lacoste commodity, being as much of a portion as the brand as the term itself. Presently, you can't speculate about Lacoste without thinking of the crocodile. The historical brand that got its name from a simple thinking of a tennis celebrity became worldwide famous. Now you can understand how prominent his brand was, and how it continues to be an outstanding brand in the market. So that's all for today. What do you think about it? Do you find the story of Lacoste owner inspiring? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and smash the bell icon to get more uploads like this one. Until we meet again, take care.